First off, let me start off by saying Thunderbolts was probably my favorite film in the post-Endgame phases, whatever we're in of the MCU. This really feels like the MCU is focused and back on track again. Now is when it feels like the MCU is a clear roadmap and a clear vision again. And I've got to say, it feels so good to be excited about the MCU again. I've watched pretty much every film in the MCU since Endgame, but I haven't watched because I'm an MCU fan. I watched just because I'm a movie fan. But now every film I'm gonna watch is gonna be because I'm an MCU fan. I mean, there isn't that much left in this little saga anyways. You know, we got Spider-Man, Doomsday, Secret Wars, and whatever other films they plan on making. But one thing that I really want to touch on is the theme of legacy characters. Now, I wouldn't say Thunderbolts is a perfect film. Not even close. It's not even top 5 MCU for me. But one thing that the film does handle perfectly is how it handles Bucky. Bucky is a legacy character. He's an OG at this point. All legacy characters have a dedicated fan base. And one thing you never want to do is shit on legacy characters and mistreat them, because that's the portion of your fan base that's going to be very upset, and you're going to lose quite a few of them, and that's not a good business choice. Don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with taking risks and making bold choices. You know, I always applaud those. But at the same time, while taking risks is good and even necessary, I would say, you know, if you truly want to progress in life, you should always calculate the risk at least a little bit. Don't just take a risk without at least balancing the risk and reward short-term versus long-term. I mean, it's fine when you take a risk if you don't have everything figured out. You know, if you try to get every single thing figured out, you might just end up spending more time planning than actually doing it. But a lot of times, companies, they push the legacy character to the side in order to make way for the new characters and the new story they want to tell. And I understand that. I really do. But there's a right way to do things and a wrong way to do things. Don't use the legacy character as a jobber. Like in that CW show where Superman was brought into Supergirl's show only to barely even put up a fight, get beat up, and admit she was better. I mean, come on. I mean, I get what they were going for, and they wanted to let the audience know that, you know, this is a Supergirl story and she's a competent character and she can stand on her own. But I mean, you didn't have to go about it by shitting on Superman.
Well, that's just lazy writing.
I mean, I'm not a professional writer or nothing. I'm just spitballing, but maybe they could have had the two of them go on an adventure, and, you know, somewhere along the line, Superman and Supergirl get split up, and then Supergirl gets into a fight, maybe a sticky situation, and Superman's not around, and then she has to think or fight, whatever, and then she gets her way out of it. You didn't shit on Superman's character, but at the same time, you proved that Supergirl is a competent character that can stand on her own. Like in Thunderbolts, for example, you know, when they bring in Bucky, yeah, he's not at the forefront of the film. He's not the point of the film. The film is really Bob and Yelena's film. But when he is in the film, they definitely give him the respect he deserves. I mean, I just feel like if more companies treated legacy characters with the proper attention and respect they deserve, then it will result in better films and more money in the box office. And that's not even something that just applies to the entertainment industry. That applies to life in general. You know, you never want to forget your roots and forget the people who helped you up and who were there for you. You know, in life, as long as we stay on the right path, we always progress and move further up the ladder, whether it be the corporate ladder or whatever. And everybody gets off at a different floor. But it's important that when we do get off that floor, that we remember all the ones who helped us become who we are, and all the ones who helped us reach the point we're at. That's not how you do it, man. Just because you don't necessarily need them, and, you know, you have this big fan base now, you still don't push them to the side because they helped you when you were coming up. You know, in Thunderbolts, Bucky wasn't shitting on in this film. The writers didn't use him just to point out his flaws, just to show how much better and stronger the new characters are. Yeah, he was pushed a little bit to the background, but that's fine. He wasn't the point of the film. It was Yelena and Bob's film. In life, when you make it to the top of the ladder, it's fine if, you know, you don't have time to give to all your friends who helped you, you know, make it to the top. We only have so much hours in the day. We only have so much time in our life. Life is short. But at the same time, don't forget about them. Don't shit on them. But it is what it is. You know, I just hope that people take away that lesson from Thunderbolts. Whether it be in life, whether it be in the entertainment industry, I think that's a good lesson to have. But that's about all I got to say for now. Peace.